Right then, let's get details of today's lunchtime kick-off. It was next to bottom Hibs against league leaders and champions Celtic. Liam McLeod has this full-time report from Easter Road.
Well, this match was full of talking points from start to finish as Hibs became the first side to prevent Celtic from winning in the Premiership this season. They led early through an own goal, and coupled with the midweek penalty triumph at Rugby Park, it seemed to inject confidence through a side with just one league win, and that came on the opening day of the season. Celtic's equaliser was controversial as some Hibs players, seemingly waiting to be given the ball back by the visitors, watched aghast as Celtic took a free kick that found Bauer on the right. He crossed for Christie, who looped a superb header into the top left corner. The quality of the goal should not be lost in the Hibs protests. Celtic themselves appear to be wrongly denied 2 penalties in the second half after fouls on Christie and Bauer, but referee Kevin Clancy and his team, who had a day to forget, ignored the appeals on both occasions. Edouard and Julien missed big late chances to win it for the champions, whose perfect record is no more. It finished Hibernian 1, Celtic 1.
Certainly did. Couple of goals, point apiece, 8 yellow cards, 1 red card, and a match dripping with controversy. I don't know about you guys, I can't wait to hear from the managers.
You kicked a water bottle which hit the fourth official. Was that the reason you were sent to the stand?
No, I think hit the linesman, and that was a pure, bad call from me, my mistake. One obviously it was just there in front of me. I think I kicked an advertising board before at Glenn's decision as well, and then that was straight after, so it was just a result from that, which I shouldn't do. I think I was sent off for confronting the fourth about his decision.
Well, I'm not going to criticise the players today. They played really well, dominated the game away from home. We're not going to win every single game, but there was one team trying to win the game, and it may sound like sour grapes from our point of view, but we clearly should have had 2 penalties.
There were also a couple of penalty decisions that went your way in the second half. What was your view of those?
I'm not bothered. We should have been playing against 10 men. For Cham standing off.
You think Cham should have been sent off? Yeah,
100%.
Lots to talk about after that one, but just the result itself. Celtic dropping points is always a story, simply because of the form they've shown over the past three seasons or thereabouts. But Neil Lennon doesn't seem too disappointed.
No, because they've not lost the game, and he'll feel that they've done enough to win the game. So sometimes if you haven't, played well, and you get a draw, you can start asking questions about the performance and why you're not winning the game. But I think that he's happy enough with the performance. By all accounts, he should have had 2 penalties, but you've got to deal with that.
Should have been down to 10 men, according to Paul Heckenbottom, though.
Well, I don't think...
We're getting into hypotheticals then, don't we?
You do, but I don't think the referees had a great game, to be honest. I think the goal, Celtic's first goal, a couple of the Hibs players are waiting to see if Celtic are going to...
And there's a bit of confusion about
back.
that, and the referees awarding of the free kick. Maybe Hibs thought it should have been he'd given a drop ball, an uncontested drop ball.
Well, I can see why initially when the referee blows the whistle they would think it's a drop ball, but the play's restarted from a dead ball in the position that James Forrest was fouled, and it was a foul. Let's say the referee eventually got it right, or the fourth official got it right, and the Hibs players have got to switch on and they've got to be alert. I think watching it back, only Scott Allen's kind of waiting for the ball to come back. Glenn Middleton switches off and allows Bell to go down the right hand side, and they don't defend a cross. It's a great cross and it's an absolutely brilliant header from Ryan Christie, but from a Hibs point of view, you've just got to defend it. It's clear as soon as the ball's kicked that they're not kicking it back, so you've got to just adjust and defend it, and they don't. But it's a good goal from Celtic's point of view and a poor goal from Hibs' point of view.
In terms of Hibs, what a strange week. They lose the Edinburgh Derby, they go through then the Betfred Cup on penalties, and then they draw home to champion Celtic. How do you characterise that as a week?
I know, it's quite mixed. I think they'd be extremely disappointed to have gone a goal up in the Derby and then to throw it all away. And then to bounce back midweek against Kilmarnock. I'm sure they'd be really tired. If ever there was a team you don't want to play against, having gone to extra time midweek, it'd be Celtic. But it just shows you that they've got a bit of character in their team, and I think they were under a lot of pressure today against Celtic, but they've managed to hold out and get the draw.
So on balance, a good week for Hibs?
I think so.